Who the heck was making so much noise last night? Oh, I'm sorry. Was that me making all the noise last night? Apologies, that's just my sleeping pad. Every time I move an inch, it sounds like I'm stepping over a mountain of potato chip bags. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. So the two biggest problems that I have with my sleeping pad, I think I might have solved them with a little hack. But let me talk about the two problems that I want to solve. First is the crinkling. This thing is crazy loud. You're never gonna get rid of the crinkling altogether, but there's ways you can mute it. And then the second thing is I made it a little bit more comfortable. The material on this thing, kind of like plasticky texture against your skin. If you have a quilt, your skin is gonna be exposed a lot to this, and that is gonna introduce a really weird feeling. And what I did was I found a sleeping bag liner that's extremely lightweight on Amazon, and I modified it to fit over this thing like a glove. It feels a lot more like something that you'd sleep on at home in your own personal bed, in your real bed. So let me jump in and show you exactly how I modified this product on Amazon. I started my mod by purchasing the Freelaxy Ultralight Sleeping Bag Liner. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a $17 sleeping pad liner. It was 27.5 inches wide. It has a spot to put the pillow, which we're going to end up removing to save weight. And it'll fit the Nemo Tensor regular wide perfectly if you just stuffed it in. And that's essentially what we're going to do for this mod. We're going to be using this sleeping bag liner to make kind of like a fitted sheet. Here you can see the finished product and see all the material removed on the back. That is what really saves the weight. We get this thing down to 4 ounces. The liner is made out of polyester, but it feels so good on your skin. Okay, for step 1, we're just going to cut off the pillow attachment with sharp scissors. Take the unfinished edge that you just cut off and roll it back around to kind of create a hem, and then pin it in place or use these binder clips. Now this sleeping bag liner happens to fit the Nemo Tensor regular wide really perfectly, but you could also fold over and then sew like 6 inches, and then it would fit the regular width pad. Over on the sewing machine, sew everything closed. So essentially you're just making one giant sealed bag. The next step is to remove the unnecessary material on the bottom. So I measured up about 11 inches on the ends, and on the sides about 3 inches in. Now go ahead and cut out that unnecessary material on the bottom. Be careful only to cut the one layer of fabric. Then roll the fabric back to create a hem. Use your binder clips to secure everything, or your needles. And then bring it over to the sewing machine and finish the hem. Okay, so that's it. So now you've got a really nice fitted sheet for the top of your sleeping pad. This does a couple things. So in just some initial testing, I found that it really knocks that crinkling noise down, but even more importantly, it makes it way more comfortable against your skin. You also get the whole thing down to 4.6 ounces because you're removing the unnecessary material from the back, but also this helps to make sure that your pad isn't going to be slipping and sliding on the bottom of your tent. All right guys, you got all the way through the video. I really appreciate you watching, but let me know what you think about this hack. To me, it solves the two biggest problems with sleeping pads. It knocks the noise down a little bit to where it's a little bit more bearable at night, but it also reduces that plasticky feeling against your skin, especially when it's humid. That plasticky feeling is such a weird feeling. So this thing really just feels like the cotton sheets on your bed at home. So let me know. Also, it's only 4.6 ounces. And one thing that I don't play up in the video is this thing is washable. So after every trip, you can wash it. It's one of these things that now that I have it, I'm like, why didn't I have that for a long time? If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. I produce videos on like backpacking and hiking and camping tips, tricks, hacks, trip overviews, and going on the adventure with me and all that. So check it out, hit that subscribe button. And then to my current subscribers, I really appreciate you guys, especially the engagement that you have in all of my videos and the comments and stuff like that that you add. I really appreciate that. Please keep it up. And I got lots of plans this summer. For example, I'm gonna do a trip in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park on the Appalachian Trail and a couple other trips during the summer. So everyone have a great summer and I'll see you soon.